I feel safe here. Okay, so this is that extension area. Used to be here, now we're going to extend it out to there. So in the process of taking out this piece, we're going to pull this one, pull these two and level them because they're off level. So got to pull all the sand back here, rake this sand joint out. It's going to be nice when it's done. So for this, I just pound the joint out because I don't want it being stuck to here, or either one actually. It's the easiest way to deal with sand joints and clean it better later. Just want to get the stone lifted out now and fix it. Oh, that's blowing right through. That joint's... Yeah, so that's why these lifted, because the edge is lifted, the end of these lifted, right? Because this entire edge caved in over time. Because ultimately coming in to work over top of someone else's work that was done years ago. So you're gonna run into stuff that you gotta fix and readjust before you continue or get going. And the thing is, it's stonework. Everybody does it differently, so there's no perfectly right or perfectly wrong way, I guess. But there's things that you can do to prevent things from happening. I can tell you right now with this deal, there was no chase edge put in. I may actually put one in. All it is basically a piece of stone or something. You bury it so everything goes against it and does not cave in. Stone buried in, so everything hooks in and buries on top of it, and doesn't cave in and sink like this one did. I can tell you that there's no chase edge in here, which, there again, if they didn't think they needed it back then when they put it in, that's their decision. I'm not faulting anybody for anything. So don't take it the wrong way when I say it wasn't done right. Wasn't done right according to now, not then. Might have been right then. Who knows? This deck wasn't there as far as I know, or as far as I've heard. So there's one difference. Everything was different then than it is now. It's always going to be my answer for everything. Well, it was a different year. It was a different time in history. It's like when you go and work on a 100-year-old building, it's not going to be done the same way that you do things today. Because for one, all your materials are different. For two, a lot of your tools are different. You didn't have a lot of the tools that you have now. Materials are different. Your machinery is different. You have machinery. People change the way that they do things over that period of time. I see guys using machinery now for stuff that even in the 90s we were doing all by hand. You still can do it by hand, but if you can use a machine to do it quicker and better, or just easier, why not? It's not cheating anymore, it's getting it done. Okay, so here's the final product on a sanding. This is your poly sand. It's beautiful, I love it. And man, this stuff just sticks everywhere. Came out beautiful. But personally speaking, you know, I'm not gonna say the guy did anything wrong. It's a good looking job. I'm not one of these. It does you nothing by going, oh, they did that totally wrong. And they may not have done it totally wrong at the time. You may have done the same thing that they did 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, whenever this was built. You may still do it today on certain jobs. You don't know. You can't judge based on what someone else did because you don't know if you would have done the same thing. Personally, I've never been into that whole, like, looking at someone's job, oh, they did the wrong thing. Well, you see what happened here. It's obvious to see what happened. They didn't have a chase stone in there, right? There's no ledger. So eventually I sunk, but was this here before then? Or was this here after that? We don't know that. He might have put one in. He might have had dirt banked up there before the deck was put in. We don't know. So I'm not going to sit there and pontificate about who was right, who was wrong, who's doing this. Oh, you should never call that guy again. I'm not here to make anybody else look bad, because it doesn't make you look good when you talk that way about other people. It really doesn't. It makes you look kind of like an ass, because then when you mess up, guess what? Everybody's waiting for you to mess up, you know, or they're like, oh, he's so perfect, but then when you're messing up, it's like you're not fooling anybody. Especially other guys who have to work with you. I'm only saying that because I've worked with a lot of guys who look at other people's work and will be quick to judge them. Oh, that's not right. Oh, this isn't right. Oh, they did that wrong. Oh, they did that wrong. I don't want to hear that all day. Personally, I don't want to be around it. Who cares what they did? All I care about is we're fixing it. And it's gonna be done when I walk away, you know, and it's gonna be done to the standards that I know to be the right way when I walk away. I don't care about what other people did. If they're here to do that, talk crap, or if they're on a job to talk crap and make me look bad, well, let them do it. Let everybody talk bad about me. I really don't care anymore. I've kind of had it with all that. You can talk all the bad you want. It doesn't mean that you're any good at what you're doing or that you're actually getting anything done. And the thing is, in front of a customer, if you're bad-mouthing another mason in front of a customer, that's just wrong. That's kind of goes against the whole brotherhood. I mean, masonry used to be a brotherhood. It used to be like, you know, we all had each other's backs, I thought. But it seems like as of late, the only backs anybody's doing anything with is a bunch of backstabbing in the industry. I feel the total opposite treatment from people. Even on job sites, I've had a lot of people I get along with, but I've had a lot of mistreatment for no apparent reason other than, okay, maybe the guy's on some really bad drugs and he's hallucinating that I'm here to take his job away. When I'm not there to take his job away, I'm just there to do what I was hired to do and get out. You know, I don't know why everybody sees stuff as a threat all the time. Why these guys live like that. Like everything has got to be a threat. It doesn't have to be a threat. We're not dinosaurs. We don't have to live under the pretense of a threat of extinction or a threat of hazard to oneself. Well, and here is where the stone kind of popped the deck out. See, I didn't notice before, but the deck side of the trim on the deck is peeling away. Apparently because that screw broke. Because if I pull that back, that screw is broken. So that's, yeah, I mean, that's why I don't like these composite deck deals a whole lot. Because personally, me and my book of knowledge of everything building wise and weathering wise, personally, if I did this deck, my take home would be to make this underneath, make this overlap this, right? Because this just doesn't work. All that's holding this on is screws. I mean, that's the way this stuff is designed to be, that's the problem with these designer, like they don't make the ends of these. They don't make it so you can put a nice bullnose end on these. They make it so the ends are, you just cut them and you got this ugly, like, entrapment end. They don't make a nice bullnose piece for this. Man, it would have been nice if they had like a stripment here that you put in and you actually glue the two together so that stripment and this are bonded just like, or if they made a corner piece for this stuff, get a corner piece and cut it, miter cut it at the end. You know, it comes in here and it takes up the whole corner and then traps all of this in. That would be a fine product, but this is the only thing I don't like about this stuff. They still have yet to evolve as companies, as makers of products. In my eyes, they still have yet to evolve a bit in the design aspect of things, because they make a product with fallibility, and we don't need to have that in this day and age. We can have better products. We can have better. See, none of this is even. Yeah, it's all falling right under this board. So I don't want to bang on that board. I don't want to push against that board. So that's where I got to put in. Where I got to put in a ledger stone, or whatever you want to call it, and a escarpment. Escarpment, would that be the proper? These are a little bit thick back, but you're going to see how they're really going to come in handy. They will work really nice for this. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It's got to be stable. All right. The bird moth bug thing. It smells pretty here. tackling each other. What the heck? They're attacking each other. That's so cool. They even sound like hummingbirds. So we have our little Kirby stones here. I don't know if I need to go super deep. I just want to create, it's like if I were to have a fatter edge on this stone. You know, if this stone was to go into the ground that much deeper, it'd be good. It wouldn't be an issue. This one here that the chair is on, that the camera is held on with, it's only got a little bit of undermining. It's only this spot here. So I don't think I'm gonna go real crazy with it. It's only to give it some stability. Is that what you call an escarpment? I already put one down there underneath. See, it's mainly, I can just dig them out and lay them in flat. It'll keep it from crushing in. Oh, and you see, where this guy here, I think the deck build was the main issue here that caused that. Because this guy's got plenty of base, good base, plenty of good setting material. I mean, that's where analytically you can look at it and be like, did he do anything wrong? No, he didn't do anything wrong. It was something that came in and disturbed his nice work somewhere down the line. You know, relatively speaking, it was the deck. When the deck was built, that disrupted the nice job that the stone guy did, which is good. It could happen. Not blaming anybody for it, but that's what 90% of these jobs are when you get issues like that. Because there's no holes, it looks like where the grit was just over the years falling down through that hole. I'm gonna guess it was from the deck being built, because the deck was built afterwards. As far as I was told, but the stone, the actual sand joint went to the deck, so that doesn't make any sense either. Maybe no, I think the sand joint was, because there's no sand stuck to this, and it would stick to this plastic. I believe this deck was put in after the stone patio was put in. part of the reason why we're having issues with it, having some failure now, because it wasn't fully fortified. They didn't jam back under it when they put the deck in. They just removed the material and didn't put it back. Which, that's normally what your deck guys do. They just fix it. I'm not saying it's wrong for them to do that. I'm saying that that's what they do. They don't worry about it. Oh, it's just a void under some stone. Yeah, no. They don't think about it because they don't deal with this stuff that rodents and mice, chipmunks are going to get in there and undermine. They're going to start looking for a home in there and start digging away. Man, those hummingbird moths are something cool. They're a real treat. I've never seen them before. Well, I might have seen them before, but I don't remember ever seeing them before. Like, right there, right in front of me. Just flying around doing their thing. I don't remember being that privileged in life. To have them right there in front of me like that. And I think they're one of the coolest things in existence. I think if I get to have stuff like that around me, I'm pretty lucky. You know, I don't know if it ever would. It's like the place where I'm at. We have a lot of praying mantis there. And when you tell people about it, they're like, "That's amazing. How do you get them to grow there? How do you get them to?" I don't know. It's the place. It's the actual property. I think they've just always been there. See, now this is going to keep a lot of grit, and it doesn't matter if I'm breaking it, because then I can hammer it under some more. This is going to keep that grit from going under. It's just like, what do you call it, an escarpment or a build, a curb, a stopper. It's like a dam. You put the weight on top, and that's going to hold everything together. It's going to keep stuff from slipping under. It's okay to have a little bit. You don't want to lose your edge. This here is going to keep that from losing its edge. Now, and see, now that even more is going to keep it from losing its edge. And it's mostly the edge under the deck that we want to seal up. And it's hammering in there so hard that we're not going to lose a lot there. We won't be losing much material there. And while I'm here in the open like this, I can fill in the voids now and just work my way down one to the next. Might as well just go with it. Run with it. When you got it, run with it. See, in here, I can take a whole bunch out. These pants are not the best pants for doing this because they rip at the knees. So we're trying. It's cool to watch those moth things. Hummingbird moth. It's cool to watch them from here, because then you see the whole community. You see how they all move around and act with each other. That's the coolest thing ever. So I want to jam everything in that I can get in there now. And that's where I can get rid of some of this old poly sand. That's not a bad thing to put it in there. Poly sand works as base. It works well as a material. Any materials that you have should all work together, no matter what you do with them. So I gotta just sit here and keep piling in material until I have this stone jammed in good and clean. It's going to take a while. At least want this corner jammed in tight. Almost need a shovel here. I can throw it all in that corner, make it disappear. When Eric pointed out the moth, the hummingbird moth, like it literally was right in front of me, inches from me. He goes, I love that we have hummingbird moths. I was like, what? No way. I just saw one of those on Facebook the other day and I was reading all about it. That's what I go on Facebook for, is to